Dan Geltrude, let me bring you into this conversation. When we think about the payments that will have to eventually be repaid, right? People who've taken on this credit card debt or their mortgage that are just getting so much more difficult to pay and their wages are not adding up. When are we really going to see the financial challenges for Americans all across this country? Is that something we can expect, unfortunately, in the next year?
Yes, I think so, because even with raising the interest rates, and yes, CPI is coming down, but it's not coming down significantly. It's going in the right direction, which means the stuff we buy is still really expensive. And I think that we're going to see an inflationary period for quite some time. So the combination of inflation not retracting so quickly and the Federal Reserve continuing to raise interest rates, which means that everything related to borrowing is going to get more expensive. And let's not forget the impact that continues to have on the stock market, which is negative. It really becomes a 1-2 punch for so many Americans.
Yeah, absolutely. Tom, there was some breaking news earlier this morning that Goldman Sachs is going to let go some 4,000 people. For folks at home who are watching that, what does that portend for the economy? What does that say to us?
Absolutely, and I think from yesterday's report, right, we saw one of the highlights was the jobs numbers had held on a little bit. But when you look at news like that, it's concerning, right? It's concerning for the American people. It's concerning for middle-class Americans. Large layoffs like that, combined with this inflationary period, I think Dan raised some great points, right? Prices maybe have come down a little bit, but if you look at the past 12 to 18 months, look at how much higher we still are. So it's difficult to celebrate maybe a flattening of the prices, a flattening of inflation. We have to get back to those levels where we were 12 to 18 months ago. And if you add unemployment, which the Fed is actually forecasting from their report this week, if you add unemployment to that, the combination of that and the increased prices is going to be very difficult for the American people to absorb.
We're a long way from 2%, which is where we really should be in terms of the inflationary number.
Yeah, you were talking about layoffs in the financial world. We've spoken about the media world as well, in the tech industry. Dan Geltrude, if you're looking for a job, what might be the best option for you? Which one is there some actual stability within the job markets?
Well, I think anything related to trades right now is a place where there's a lot of opportunity. I mean, try to find people to be able to do anything, fix anything. It seems like it's impossible. So I really think, in that area is a lot of opportunity for some really good jobs. And that's probably why we're seeing, college applications dropping down. It becomes return on investment. We spend all this money getting a higher education. Where does it lead us?
That's right. You're always going to need folks who can fix the things that break. That is important. You don't need a degree. You just got to get the skills to do it. Not everyone can do it.
As a homeowner, I can tell you, you can't find people to do this stuff.
There you go.
And those people always have a job.
Yeah, absolutely.
They really do.
All right. Our great thanks to Tom Urciuoli and Dan Geltrude. Appreciate it, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Coming up.